I'm gonna teach you how to sound like this on Bandlab. Download this preset, link in the description. Link in the description, know the pain comment. Straight up. Before we begin, if you like this vocal preset and want to download it for yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description or the pinned comment. But without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I added was one of two EQs that we're going to use. This one, a very basic EQ 3M. And all I really did was I barely touched the lows, kept it basically at 0, maybe 0.4 decibels up, left the highs the same. And then for the mids, what I did, and I explain this in every video, but essentially you boost this all the way up, you press play, and you start looking around for the most annoying frequencies in your vocals. For me, and for a sort of duller, lower frequency 21 Savage vocal preset, I found that cutting the 5000 and like upper mid frequencies was much better for me. Removed a lot of the brightness that doesn't really associate with 21. So after I did that, then I dropped it -3 decibels. Then I went to the graphic EQ, and I didn't really add that much or remove that much. It's just sort of little additions depending on what frequency range. So for the 100 hertz, I left it basically the same, 0.9 maybe for the 200, 1.2 for the 400. So adding a lot of like lower frequencies to give his voice a lot of body. Then 800, boosted it 3 decibels, then cut around -0.2 decibels in the 1.6K, and basically didn't touch the other ones. Then I added a de-esser, and this is to remove the harsh S sounds in my vocals. I put the threshold at -4.5 decibels and left the frequency range at around 9000. But this should be customized depending on each individual vocal, because everyone's voice is different and might sort of have sharper resonances in different parts of the frequency range. If you're trying to level up your music career and want to upload your music to Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, click the second link in the description, because that's going to get you 7% off of DistroKid, the best music distribution platform on the internet. It's already only 20 bucks for you to upload an unlimited amount of songs and albums, so 7% off that is even better. Again, second link in the description. Now back to the tutorial. Then I added an FBK compressor. And the first thing I did was I put an attack of 52 milliseconds. You don't want to have it all the way to the end, because that cuts the transient and makes your vocals sound like it's in the background. I would recommend this more so for either ad-libs or background vocals, to have a clear distinction of what's in front of the mix and what's in back. But for us, we want it at around 52 milliseconds so it doesn't compress that much. I put a relatively quick release of 373 milliseconds, a threshold of 5.1, a ratio of 8:1, and a makeup gain of 7.1 decibels to make up for the lost volume. Then I added a noise gate, and I want to try this out for this vocal preset. But essentially what the noise gate does is, anytime you're not singing, in a lot of instances there might be some background noise or maybe a fan or something annoying that comes in during the mix, and in order to not have that appear while you're not talking, you can add this noise gate. I put the threshold at -30 decibels, so anything under -30 decibels when you're not singing or rapping will be cut completely. I put an attack of 5 milliseconds and a release of 200. Then I added a really subtle spring reverb, just simply to have a bit of a cushion for your vocals on top of the beat. Having it completely dry, you will notice it and it won't feel meshed with the beat. It will sound really unprofessional. So even though it's only basically 10%, it does make a significant difference. And that's how you get a 21 Savage vocal preset on Bandlab. Again, if you liked the vocal preset that you heard at the beginning and you want to download it for yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description or the pinned comment. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more tutorials like this. Comment below what other videos and what other artists you want me to tackle. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.